Most business owners think getting mentioned by ChatGPT or Google's AI overview is some kind of black box. It's magic, reserved for the Amazons and Home Depots of the world. Well, that's wrong. I've seen small, local, unglamorous businesses show up in AI answers while the bigger, better funded competitors just don't. And it's not luck. It's not their SEO budget, but it's actually three specific things, and almost none of it is very difficult. Hi there, it's Adrian Newman from Numero Uno Web Solutions, and in this video, I'm going to bust the myth that getting cited in AI results is out of reach. I'm going to show you exactly what to do to your website, your Google business profile, and your content so that when someone asks ChatGPT or Google's AI, who's the best in my city, your name comes up. So let's go. So first, let me tell you what happened with a client of mine recently. He runs a service business. He's got a small team, good reputation locally, but nothing huge. One afternoon, he opened ChatGPT, not for work, just messing around, and he typed in something like, what's the best company for his industry in his city? Well, his company came up, first name mentioned, in an AI answer, and he didn't pay for it. He didn't know it was going to happen, and he was honestly shocked. He called me that night, and my response was basically, yeah, that's what happens when you do the basics right. And here's why this matters and why I want you to take this seriously right now. According to a recent SEMrush study that analyzed over 10 million keywords, Google's AI overviews are showing up on a growing percentage of searches, and they've moved way beyond just informational stuff. They're showing up on commercial searches now, product searches, the best whatever in my area searches, the kind of searches where your future customer is trying to decide who to hire. Translation, AI isn't just answering homework questions anymore. It's answering who should I hire questions. And if you're not in that answer, you don't exist to that buyer. So here's the good news, and the whole point of this video. There are three things you can actually do to dramatically increase your chances of being cited, and let me walk you through them. Thing number one, and this is where it all starts, your website. So here's what AI does. It crawls the web looking for clear, direct answers to the questions people are asking. Then it pulls those answers and the sources into its response. So the question becomes, is your website actually answering the questions your customers are asking? And here's where most businesses go wrong. They have a service page that says something like, we provide excellent whatever service. Well, that's not an answer. That's marketing fluff, and AI skips it. What AI wants and what will actually get you cited is content structured like a question and direct answer. I want to be specific. Make a list of the 5 to 10 questions your customers actually ask before they hire you. And these aren't what you think they should ask. These are the real ones. These are from your inbox or your phone or your voicemail or your sales calls. Then for each question, create a page or a section on your website where the heading is the exact question. Something like, how much does a kitchen renovation cost in Toronto for a semi-detached house? Or what does an accountant do for a small business that's just getting started? Then answer the question in the first sentence. Don't give any preamble or no, great question. Let me tell you a story about yada, yada, yada. Just the answer, and we use the rest of the page to add the detail later. And then at the bottom of the page, I want you to add a short summary box. Call it quick summary or key takeaways with 2 to 3 bullet points. That's the exact kind of snippet AI loves to pull. Now, here's the part that sounds obvious, but it actually isn't. If you run a plumbing business in Mississauga, for example, your answer needs to actually say in Mississauga. If you're an accountant for dental practices, your page needs to say for dental practices. AI is literal. It matches your content to the question. If the question is location specific or industry specific, your answer has to be too. Quick reality check here. I know some of you are thinking, Adrian, I don't have time to write 10 pages. You don't have to do it all in a weekend. Start with just 2. Answer 2 questions really well. Publish them. Then do 2 more next month. And then in 6 months, you have 12 pages of genuinely useful content that AI can pull from. And that's a huge head start on your competition. Okay, thing number 2, your Google business profile. I know I talk about GBP a lot on this channel. There's a reason. When AI assistants and search engines want to figure out who's legit in the local market, they lean heavily on structured data. And your Google business profile is basically the biggest, cleanest source of structured data about your business on the entire internet. If your GBP is half built and abandoned, you're invisible to AI. If it's fully filled out, regularly updated, and backed by real reviews and real photos, you look like the most trusted business in your category, and that's what AI gravitates toward. So here's what to actually do. And I'm not going to go super deep because I've got a whole separate video on this, but these are the non-negotiables for AI visibility specifically. Fill out every single field. Not the important ones. Everyone. Business category. Secondary categories, services, products, description, hours, attributes. AI reads all of it. List every service you offer individually, not consulting services. List the 8 specific things you do. Each one is another signal to AI about what you actually offer. Keep reviews coming consistently. Look, you don't want a burst of 50 reviews in 1 week. You want a steady flow. Even 3 or 4 new reviews in a month signals that your business is alive and active. Post your GBP weekly. A photo of a recent job, a quick tip, an offer. 5 minutes, once a week. That's it. Anybody can do that. And make sure that your business name, address, and phone number are exactly the same on your GBP, your website, and every other directory you're listed on. AI cross-references these. Any mismatch creates doubt, and doubt means you don't get cited. And here's the thing most people miss. GBP isn't just for Google Maps anymore. ChatGPT, Perplexity, Claude, Gemini, they're all pulling signals from these kinds of structured sources. So when you optimize your GBP, you're not just helping Google rank you higher, you're feeding the entire AI ecosystem. Quick tangent, and this is the kind of thing that surprises business owners. I've watched businesses with tiny websites get cited in AI answers over businesses with huge fancy sites. Why? Well, because the smaller businesses had a rock-solid Google business page, and the bigger one had neglected theirs. AI doesn't care how pretty your site is. It cares about the signals. So fix the signals. Okay, thing number 3, and this is the one most people don't think about at all. You can have a perfect website. You can have a perfect Google business page, but if your business only exists on your own domain, AI treats that as a ceiling. Because AI is smart enough to know that what you say about yourself isn't as trustworthy as what other people say about you. So the third thing you need to do is to make sure your business is being mentioned, reviewed, and discussed in places beyond your own website. And this is what separates businesses that get cited from businesses that don't. So here's where to focus. Get on the major review platforms. Google, yes, but also Yelp, the Better Business Bureau, industry-specific directories, or whichever platforms your customers actually use. If you're in the home renovation space or home services, that's HomeStars or House, those help too. Look, AI reads all of them. Participate in online communities in your industry, Reddit threads, Facebook groups, niche forums, and not as a spammer, as an actual helpful contributor. When you genuinely help people, your name gets mentioned. And when your name gets mentioned in independent places, AI notices. Pitch yourself for industry articles, podcasts, and best of lists. Look, you don't need to be on national TV. Local business journals, industry blogs, niche podcasts are gold because AI reads those sources constantly. And ask happy clients if they'd share their experience publicly, maybe in a LinkedIn post or a short video testimonial, a quote on their own blog. Earned mentions from real people carry enormous weight. The underlying idea here is something that I really love. Your own website makes you visible. Everything else makes you credible. And AI is specifically designed to weigh credibility heavier because its whole job is to give the user a trustworthy answer, not the first answer. By the way, if this is useful so far, please do me a favor and hit the like button and subscribe. I put out stuff like this every week, and it genuinely helps small businesses compete with companies 10 times their size. All right, let's wrap this up. 3 things. That's it. 1, answer the real questions your customers are asking right on your website in a format that AI can easily read and pull from. 2, treat your Google business profile like the business asset it is. Complete it, feed it, maintain it. And 3, build a presence beyond your own domain. Those are reviews, communities, industry mentions, earned media. The more independent sources that reference your business, the more AI trusts you. I want to bust one more myth before I let you go. There's a belief floating around that getting cited in AI takes a massive content team and a fancy PR firm and a 5-figure monthly budget. It doesn't. The client I mentioned at the top of this video was none of that. He had a clean website, a well-maintained GBP, and a great local small digital marketing agency working for him. And that was enough. Look, the window right now is wide open. Most of your competitors haven't figured out what I just showed you. A few months of consistent work on these 3 things, and you'll start seeing your name show up in places you didn't expect. So if this was helpful, once again, remember, hit that subscribe. I cover SEO, digital marketing, and stuff that actually works right now for small businesses every single week. And drop me a comment if you tried searching for your own business in ChatGPT. I want to know what you found. And if you want help putting any of this into place, well, my contact info is in the video description below. Thanks for watching. Oh, and if you want to see an SEO trick that no one is talking about, then I want you to go over here and watch this video.